Hey guys, all right. So we are so much closer to getting you started. But first, I wanted to talk to you about this simple method that is going to help you to explain just how cool LipSense is and why it's so different. When I did my first in-home party, I was all over the place. It was completely crazy. I was nervous. I had no idea what I was talking about. I just started. And I wasn't really sure how to relay the information that I knew, but how to say it in words. So, um, like I said, I'm excited for you to get launched, which means you're going to start having in-home parties, demos, one-on-ones. People are going to ask you what your stripes are, and it might spark that conversation on kind of explaining more about LipSense. So this is an amazing way to explain it, and I hope that it helps you to get you started and to really just remember where you were at in the conversation and what else you need to make sure to highlight without word vomiting on everyone like I did. So this is from Jenny Buchanan, and it says, pull the seat and let's get started. Okay, so first of all, when I first heard of LipSense, I was like, there's no way in heck that I am buying that stuff. For one, I never wore lipstick. I only wore chapstick. And I don't like to spend money most of the time. So when I heard that it was $55, I was like, nah, thank you. But then I started watching my upline and I was just like, okay, that seems like it is so worth it. I had some lip issues. I had some stuff going on, so I was like, it's worth it. Try whatever. It seems like it's worth that $55. So one of the biggest things in explaining the S.E.A.T method, right? S-E-A-T. The first one is set. When you explain that this isn't just a color, it comes in a set, which is a color for $25, a gloss that's going to seal in your color for $20, and the oops remover for $10. And you let them know like it is a package deal to get them started. But then once they, my light's being crazy, once they get their set, then they can start buying all of these at different, by themselves, the color by itself, different gloss by itself. Like this is just the one-time thing to get them started and to get them started right. Our oops remover is absolutely incredible. I really like it because it's so gentle on my lips. I know that I'm not like scrubbing anything, like scrubbing my lips too much with other products trying to get it off. I like how it primes my lips and preps it to get my lips started before I put LipSense on. I love it. The color is amazing and crazy by itself. Obviously, it's vegan, it's animal cruelty free. It lasts 5 to 6 months because it has over 4 tubes worth of lipstick. It's awesome, right? That's what it is. And the gloss, I sleep in it. I wear it all the time. I have it everywhere because the gloss is my jam. That is what definitely helped heal my lips for the first time in 2 years. So I do like to give them a little bit of information on why and give them some fun things on, what is the set. And you're going to kind of find your own way to do that. So the E is exfoliation, and you are wanting to let your ladies know that this is key. This is huge. Exfoliation may or may not happen, but you want to let them know in case it does. Otherwise, they're going to think that something is completely wrong. Before this, I was wearing chapstick. I was wearing other lipsticks when I did try to wear it. Apparently my light doesn't want to work, which is totally fine because I think this is fine. Anyways, you're naturally going to exfoliate, right? It's not the LipSense that's causing exfoliation. It is just the fact that they're no longer putting a bunch of wax products on their lips, which is great. It's a great thing not to be doing anymore. But some people have had it to where their exfoliation never happened, or like me, it took me 2 full months to get my lips healthy. 2 full months. Not that I couldn't wear it, but the first week or so, my color flaked quite a bit. And that was just starting to slough off the dead skin, the wax products, everything else that I had been putting on my lips. So talk to them about the exfoliation period so that they're aware of it, so they're not like, this is not working, and they know to get through it. I do talk to my girls about wearing lip scents for at least, you know, a month to really get used to it, to make sure that it is a product that's for them. And then that way they can get through that exfoliation period and know how the product really works. So there are a few different ways that you can exfoliate. One, I always put the Oops Remover on beforehand. It just helps to prime my lips. You can use the facial resurfacer or the polisher, but that is such a great product if you're, I mean, if they're already wanting stuff for their face, it's a great way to just go over their lips. And then, of course, I started off by using my own, which was a tablespoon of coconut oil, a tablespoon of honey, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and just kind of gently rubbed it on my lips. So this is something that like might start off at first, and then they don't have to exfoliate as much. But something that I've gone wrong is I then stopped exfoliating my lips, even though they kind of needed it, you know, maybe once a week or so. And once they exfoliate, that long wear is really going to happen. It's going to be pretty amazing. See? Alrighty, we are going to talk about the A in the S.E.A.T method. My light is going crazy. It's like no happy medium now. I look like I have a friggin' thing on my face. Stupid. Application. Application is key. It's not the same. It's not anything like normal lipstick whatsoever. So you want to talk about the application. The number one thing is, you know, you're going to shake the crap out of that thing. Because it has no wax or no lead, it does, I mean, one of the biggest things is using the, my context word, using the alcohol to help disperse the color, the cosmetic grade alcohol. So, okay, you're going to shake it up really well. You always want to talk to them about shaking up when they apply, shaking up the color so that all the ingredients mix really well, and you're not just pulling off the cosmetic grade alcohol and putting it on your lips. You are going to, you know, scrape a little bit extra off, and you're going to go in one direction in thin layers. So here you go, thin layer, one direction, one direction. If you go back and forth, it can take off that color like a dry erase board. You're going to do 3 thin layers. You can, a lot of times they'll talk about 3 thin layers, which you can turn around, or you can stop and say, you know, the reason why we're doing 3 thin layers is A, you know, your body's going to break down that first layer with like oils. The second layer is protected by that first and third layer. And that third layer is really key because it's going to help so that when you are drinking water, eating food, natural oils, the weather, whatever else outside, that's protecting that second layer, and that's going to give you some long-lasting color. So you can also talk about that. I always let them know to dry in between. I do let them know that some colors do take a little bit longer to dry, and that's just how it is. If they're a little bit thicker, if they're the matte colors, if they're the light matte colors, kind of depends. Even like blue-red for me sometimes will take a little bit longer to dry. So I just like let them know that they'll know if they're kind of touching it, and if it's not tacky on your hands, they should be good to go. And then, of course, they're going to lock it in with a gloss. Put that sucker on, let it dry, or let it soak in, and have their lips be super healthy. Alrighty, T for tingle. You like how I'm like doing a cheer? T for tingle. Tingle is, a lot of us have felt it, I'm sure, at some point. Either 1, you didn't shake it up well enough, or 2, your lips were pretty chapped, and you definitely feel the burn. It happens. The reality is that we have the SD40, which is a cosmetic grade alcohol, and it's in 99% of other 99% of cosmetics. That's just where it is. If your lips are dry and chapped at all, you may or may not feel that burn. Some people have it, and some people are like, ooh, that stings a little bit. The reality is you want that alcohol in there because it's going to help with the bacteria, and then it also helps disperse the color. So, and then even if people, or I've had women who are like, but they're not dry or chapped, but they haven't been drinking enough water. There's like micro cuts in your lips, and that alcohol will get in there, okay? So just let them know about the tingle. Otherwise, they're literally going to think they're allergic to this stuff. It's going to evaporate as soon as you put it on. It's just dispersing that pigment. You might feel the burn, you may not. Not everyone has, but some people have felt it and they feel it for a little longer. Some people have only felt it once or twice or certain colors. So I just want to let you guys know the importance. You probably hear my baby just woke up. The importance of the S.E.A.T method. It's easy, so you don't get off track, or if you're like, oh, I needed to go back to this, you at least have an idea of, like, in your mind the key points that you need to talk about. Even if you just at least touch on them and maybe you forget a couple of the information, that's okay, as long as you talk about those 4 things. So the biggest thing that I've noticed that's been helping me in my business is always letting your customers know the options that they have when they purchase, right? You always give them the Set Engine's choice. That is just something to get used to, especially because before we go into your launch party, people are going to be asking you, they're going to start talking to you about this. They want to know, right? So you always give them the choice so that they make the choice and you don't make the choice for them. Which means you have 3 options. You can buy it for full price for this collection. It's $55. That's fine. Great. I love it because I know women want to be my customers and it's fantastic. 2, you can host a party. So if you love this stuff and you know that, like, this is yours and you want some more stuff, or you think that some women might really like this, then you can even get a discount and even some free products by hosting a party. Or you can turn around and spend the $55, sign up, and get up to 50% off on your products. You know, if it is someone that you really think would rock the business, let them know and talk to them. Hey, I really think that you'd rock this business. I really think that you know, if you want to join my team, it would be a lot of fun. I'd love to see you. I'd love to have you. So you kind of just, like, if you see something in someone, tell them and talk to them about it. If you don't, you still give them those choices and you might not know where they are. But let them know and say, what do you prefer? Which direction do you want to go? So remember, this is simple, 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 which is so key in this business. This business takes work, but it's simple. If you remember the S.E.A.T method, if you remember the Set Engine's choice, you are on the right track to building your business. All right, I can't wait for your launch party, and hope you enjoyed the video.